Hey, Miss Tina.
I think your G string's up too.
Yeah, I can tell. It's been sitting there in the corner for about 3 months since the last time I tried tuning it. And that's just right after I strung it. It's a wonder any of them are in tune. So it's a wonder any of them are in tune.
Well, they're all in tune with each other, but I think they might be out of tune chromatically.
You ought to go to Lukenbach sometime. They just have guitar pickers that just show up and play together. You'd enjoy it. You know about Lukenbach, don't you?
Not really.
It used to be an old song when I was growing up. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, with Willie and Waylon and the boys. It says, the opening line is, there's only 2 things in life that make it worth living. It's guitars tuned good and firm feeling women. I don't need to see my name in the marquee lights. All I need is you. There's a song in You With Me Tonight or something like that. That was a Waylon Jennings tune, by the way. You know Waylon was from Texas, don't you?
I do now.
Yeah.
I tried going Wiseman, but I can't get the chords down.
Wise Man.
Yeah.
How's that go? I'm not sure I know that song.
I can't sing, so I play guitar.
I always wanted, hoping that maybe, look, there's an Adams. Looks like he plays for TCU. No? Yeah, plays for TCU. I was always hoping to get your grandpa and me and maybe you if you could hang a tune. He never knew I could sing, but I can sing a little bit. And I took voice lessons last year. I surprised the hell out of my coach or my teacher when we did our auditions or whatever you want to call them. Well, they weren't audition. What do you call it? Recital. We did a recital at Christmas, and I did. What did I do? I think maybe I did. Oh, come all ye faithful. Oh, come all ye faithful. I can't remember. No, it wasn't that. Joy to the World. That's what I did. You know Joy to the World, don't you?
Yeah.
You remember that? How's it go? Can you play on guitar?
No.
Can't play it on the guitar?
I don't really know all too much on guitar.
I used to know all the lyrics to every Willie Nelson tune. All of them.
I know like a handful of songs, and I know a portion of the songs that I can play. I can play Creep though, pretty well, because it's not the same chord.
What's that? I don't know. Don't really care either. They'll run it across the bottom. TCU's giving LSU a run for their money, though. They're about to score, too. It's August 31st, and John Barron's becoming a superstar. That's actually the first time that guitar has truly been played. By somebody who knows what they're doing. I hope TCU beats them.
It's like a
There's an Adams that plays for TCU. It's on the side of his helmet. They got them right here on their helmets. The names. There he is, right there. Might be the quarterback. Might be a cousin of yours, John Barron. Ain't no telling. We got a lost Adams. You know about that, don't you?
No.
Yeah, your great grandpa had he was the youngest son of, there was Almer and Dom and one more name, what started with an R, and I can't think of his name right now. And then there's John Quincy, and he had 2 sisters. There's Ruth, and she died when she was 13. And then there was the sister that had the boarding house at Terlingua. But anyway, his oldest brother served in World War I, Almer. And Almer, there were a couple stories about what happened to Almer. And one story was that he got shot on a train in a fight over a woman. And I always liked that story because it had, it was a good story. And then at the last family reunion, your great aunts told me that he was killed because the conductor or somebody on the train was charging the soldiers come back from World War I, and he didn't think that was right, and he was going to turn them in, and somebody killed him over it. So he's kind of a hero in that story. It's hard to tell. But anyway, he got married, and the story goes they had a child, but then he got divorced, and nobody knows what happened to the child. And one story is that they went off to New Mexico, but nobody knows. So I've been trying to do genealogical research, see if we can find, and they said that they were at some event one time in El Paso, and they saw somebody that looked just like your great-granddad, at this event, somewhere at a Coliseum or a big crowd, and they thought it might have been him. Anyway, so there's a lost Adams, but your great-grandfather, John Quincy Sr., the genealogical research that I've done says that his grandfather lived in Greensburg, Louisiana, and I've traced that. What was that? Your great-great-great-grandfather back to being born in Massachusetts in 1813. And that much I've figured out. But the rest of it I'm not too sure about. But it looks here like we've got an Adams that's quarterback for TCU this evening. And hopefully they'll whoop up on LSU.
One can hope.
One can hope.